baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
You know when you just feel off sometimes? Yeah. I promise you I'm going to snap out of it really quick. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about Venus signs. This is a topic that I think is really, really interesting. You meet certain people and you click with them, and then certain people you're just like, your Venus sign is never 2 more away than your sun sign. Let's just get into it. Okay. So obviously we're going to start with Aries because they are number 1. Oh my god. Your Venus sign is an Aries. That means you're impulsive. You know what you want when you see it. You're just like, oh girl. If you hurt them, they will fuck you up. And Aries is this type of character where you get what you want. They're very direct, just like, boom, I like you. I think you're hot. Get in my pants, maybe? Me get in your pants, maybe? Something like that. We can do something. We could arrange something. I really, really like Venus and Aries because they're just like really, really intense. They might brag a little bit about themselves. They're gonna do a lot of things to impress you. This wondrous child who just wants to live life, and they want a partner to experience that with them. They want constant adventure. And they might be a little bit competitive because that's just how Aries works. Showing what you've got. And you're not holding back for anything. Looking at him, her, whatever, everybody, and they're constantly comparing themselves to those type of people and one-upping them. They're just gonna be like, are you ready for this? Because I'm intense, so I want you to be intense. And have so much personality, it's gonna scare you off in the beginning. Okay, so now we have Venus in Taurus. Take them out on a dinner date, that's all I can really tell you. Taurus likes to get comfortable. Their way of a relationship is Netflix and chill. They just enjoy the simple things in life. And they're not about like drama. They really don't want to deal with who did this or who did that. They want to focus on the significant other. They have to be a loyal person with them. They want to feel like they depend on you. Can't push everything on them. They like being touched. Taurus is a very touchy sign. They can, caress them all you want. Touchy, touchy. They can spark up really fast. So if they catch you cheating or lying, it's the end of the world. It is the end of your life. It can be said about every single sign, but some signs can tolerate it. Past things, but Taurus does not. They will not, and they will not, yes, this is a nail filer. They won't deal with any of that bullshit. Bullshit. Because they're fucking bull. They're looking for a love that is everlasting. They want to write a story about it. She used to nibble on my toes. They want to be, they want you to call them or, do some cute stuff, a little bit of flowers or a dinner date, movies, lots of food. You better be paying, by the way. Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Gemini in love is all up here. They want this figured out. Talk to you, and they want to see if you're going to be able to carry out a conversation with them, because to them, love is conversation. They need to be talking to you about everything. And a lot of the times, people with Gemini Venus, they'll talk about their relationship to other people. And obviously they're Gemini, so they're flip-floppy. And a lot of Geminis won't admit that, but they are. They kind of just go back and forth between what they want, what they think, what they feel. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to cheat on you. They are, in a way, going to weigh you out, and they're going to weigh their options. Their needs are very simple. Just be spontaneous, have a lot of variety to you, know a lot about topics, meet their friends, show them your friends, their family, etc., all that. And sometimes when they're talking too much, it could lead to skipping some things. They might not tell you everything that they're feeling. Gemini Venus is social, so a lot of people are going to be attracted to this type of person. They're going to want to be in a relationship with them, and they're going to want to, talk to them. Just like in Aries, they can be a little bit childish, solely due to the fact that they like having fun. And while they're having fun, they're talking to you, it's almost like an endless date. Drags on. But to them, it doesn't drag on. It just drags on. Venus in Cancer, get your tissues ready. Preferably Kleenex. Embodied love. Cancer in general is a homebody. They love their family. They love their mothers. They love their love. They embody everything that has to do with love. Sometimes Cancers can victimize themselves, but when they're in a relationship, it's all about you. Someone who has Venus in Cancer is just this open crab. Like, they have opened up their claws and they're just like, cut them off, eat them. I don't even care anymore because I want to show you what I can do for you. And it's selfless. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Now, okay, they can be a little bit moody. They can get into those moods, but they find a way to let you know that they care. When they have a broken heart, it's you need like 13 doctors to get that shit fixed. If you reject them in any way when they're doing so much to please you, it can ruin them. You want to feel secure in a relationship. You know that if they're letting you in, into their ocean, they want to feel safe because that ocean is scary. They want to see you cry. They want to cry with you, actually. Their friends are so important to them. But their love for their friends is like on another level, okay? Their love is like eternal. But for you, it's like in the moment, they're stopping everything and anything to make you smile. Leo in Venus. They're going to be the first one to tell you that they're in love. They want the whole world to know. They just have to. And this is not to say that needy. It's not that they're needy. It's that they find telling people about their relationship ultimately makes them look good and feel good. They may be a bit like controlling with the partner that they're with. They are obsessed with the attention. Give them any type of attention, they're gonna soak that baby in, and they're gonna become a sponge. They're gonna be SpongeBob. Leo, SpongeBob. Boom. And what I like about Leo Venus is, Leos can be a little bit flirty with other people too. So, but it's not in the intention of cheating. It could be, but if they're not telling you, there's a problem. They have this chart where you are put. You need to make that chart. You need to be able to fill their list. And let me tell you, Leo Venus has quite a list. And they sometimes have trouble between giving love and getting love. So if they're not getting enough from you, they pretty much will struggle. Just think of a Leo, the sun sign Leo, and like what they represent, like diva. So Leo Venus is like, spread all that affection on me. Spread me with oils, Stuff a flower in my mouth. Let me feel good. If you're boring and they want attention, what you gotta do is compete with them. It's hard to say, but you gotta keep their attention going, and that's where a little bit of jealousy can, pump up the relationship. You have this personality that shines relationship. They're gonna show you that, but they're gonna hold off a little bit because they want to see if you're worthy of it and if you are giving them as much as they're not giving you. Venus in Virgo, Venus in Virgo. To be honest, they're not getting into a relationship with you that fast. You gotta wait. You gotta wait in line, okay? They won't tell you every single day how much you mean to them. Actually, they want you to tell them how much you mean to you. They won't force anything with you because nothing should be forced, especially in a relationship or a future relationship. Every single day that they are with you, that they associate themselves with you, is a little, they plant a little bomb into your brain. They find a way to stay there. If they don't see that you're a relationship material yet, they're fine with playing the field a little bit, weighing their options. They observe, they analyze, and then they criticize you, especially in a relationship, because you're like, stop nagging me. But Virgos are nagging masters. They already have you kind of like figured out. That's scary, but they need to know all these things about you, all the things that make you tick, or They do what a lot of people are afraid to do, and they tell you your weaknesses. A lot of their needs aren't given to them. They can be a little bit needy. And they haven't found that perfect person, and you're probably not perfect because you aren't, because you're a human being, but they do understand how much people mean to them. They are aware, they're not stupid, that, you know, you mean a lot to them, but it can be too much. So a lot of people don't know that Virgos like being alone. And if you don't leave them alone, they're going to be a little bit cranky. And you're going to start nagging them. And then they might nag you even more. They're not about attention. It's not about attention for them. It's about your devotion for them. You say to them, oh, you did so much for me because of this, like a physical action, you know, they're going to be happy with it because they're like, oh yeah, I did that. I did it. I didn't say it, I did it. You can't like play with them because they're very sensitive. Like, people don't understand how sensitive Venus Virgos are. Ooh, girl. Libra and Venus, stay away. Warning, warning, warning. 11011011. No. Libra and Venus is like, hey baby. They're balanced, so they really just want the relationship to work. They really want you to know that they're putting in the work and that you gotta charm their pants off in return. It can come off a little bit like too perfect, especially in love, so then sometimes people are like, what are you doing? They don't appreciate anyone that's not as charming as they are. So, like, you're not relationship material, they're not into you. Have to be together. You gotta be put together for them. And they're almost similar to a Virgo in that sense, but they're very practical in the way that they approach love life. And sometimes they might pick up on like your lingo, because they want to be around you so much. They might start doing what you do or saying what you say, and that's them adjusting to you. That's them showing that they like you. Their vision of love want that on-screen. They want that on-screen loving. Sometimes because they're trying to balance everything in a relationship, they let you have the word. Okay, so they can be a bit of a pushover, and if you, in any shape or form, fuck with their balance beam, they're gonna put you on the edge, okay? They're gonna put you on the edge of that balance beam, and they're gonna put a freaking boulder and drop it, and you're gonna fly to the other side. Just shoot up and hit Mount Everest. Because they don't like being unhappy, and they don't like to feel like they're weighed down. So if you're hurting them, they're gonna find some way to hurt you back. Like I said, they're dreamers. They want that cute love, that puppy love, and you know, if that makes them romantic, so be it. They're very romantic, okay? They live for it. They live for the name. You gotta give me a second because this one takes a lot of energy to do. Scorpio and Venus. Love and death, baby. Love and death. You don't know what intense is until you deal with someone who has a Venus and Scorpio. Scorpio in general is not a sign that's gonna get into a relationship if it doesn't A, satisfy them mentally, satisfy them physically, or satisfy them socially. Signs can do like with 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3. Scorpio wants all 3 of these. Checkmate. They're not getting into a relationship with you. They're not showing you affection until they are sure about you 100%. They're taking much more longer than a Virgo to get into a relationship. They are intense, just like an Aries, but they're not hitting you with it. They want to be in control of you, and they spend days, nights, mornings researching you. They have this like obsession, and you know, it's kind of smart. You know, thinking twice about getting into a relationship. They have to be in control of you. They have to be in control of the relationship, the environment, what you say to them, what they say to you. Everything is kind of structured, but you can never be just natural because you always have to think about what you say to them, or you have to think about what you do for them. Because it has to be genuine. It has to be coming from the heart. They're gonna get jealous. Obviously, they're a Scorpio and Venus. And they're not afraid to tell you. They have the ability to give you love and more, take you into the deepest parts of the ocean and pull you back up, and it's like breathing air for the first time. Oh, good old Sagittarius and Venus. Another one bites the dust. This sign is on the go, but they're not like Aries where they're just telling you how they feel and they're moving forward with you. They're on the go. You're either it or you're not it. And if you're not in any way leaving an impact on their life, you're useless. You're useless. You want someone who's ready for it. They want someone who has goals, someone that's going to help them find their goals, find their ambitions, their dreams. Sagittarius is in general a very optimistic sign. They're in love. They want to. It's not that they need to. They want to see the optimism in the relationship. This is a good thing, because it's going to be hard for them to want to think about the negative. So let's say you guys break up. Venus and Sagittarius is like, but we had such good times. They fed me a chocolate chip cookie and he was absolutely wonderful. They're fun. They can be a little bit flirtatious, open-minded. And while you're open-minded, you're going to conversate with people. You're going to meet new people. So they fall in love with everyone that they meet, but the only way that they know if you're the one is if you're open-minded, which is pretty rare to find. You need to be open-minded in all categories. In all categories, and I mean all. They care about you, they stay in the relationship, fall in love with you. They're not staying in that relationship if you are not a happy person. It's going to be hard for them to stay. It's going to be hard for them to adjust to you. They want this. They want, your heart. They want this, not the boobies. They want this thing, like, beneath the skin, beneath, like, the layers and stuff. There's, like, a heart in there. That's what they want. They're really adventurous, too. They want to take their love life to a whole nother level. They're going to love to entertain you. They're going to love hearing stories from you. They might even tell you stories too. They're really smart with how they approach a conversation, because when they talk as if everything is funny. They just genuinely want to be taught something. And next is good old Capricorn and Venus. You thought they loved you? Ha! Think again. I'm just kidding. Their love is their homework, their work, and getting that moolah. Very just boarded. Are capable of love. If you are serious and you have a stable job, they want everything in their life to be successful, including their relationship. Stick around to help you. If it's too much, if it's overbearing for them, it's time to call it quits. They're not cold and they're not warm. They're almost like somewhere in the middle. But if you talk to a Capricorn Venus and you conversate consistently, just want you to be able to do that. Really, 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 really hard for a Capricorn to let down those walls that they've built up. Makes sense, because this is a sign that is constantly trying to climb the ladder. But though, they're dependable. And you can always count on a Capricorn to be there for you, whether it's emotional security or, physical comfort. Their exterior is just going to be so cold that their significant other is just gonna get so confused by it. Aquarius and Venus. This might be a little bit difficult. This is gonna be a shit show. Not all bad, okay? Being an Aquarius Venus is not that bad. It's a sign that sees beyond what you see. Really, really attracted to things that are out of the norm. Typical Aquarius. I think that intrigues their mindset. Many people in their life. Their social circle is huge. People who are involved with someone with a Venus and Aquarius might tend to get jealous over that. They really just want their significant other to appreciate their brain. Before they get into a relationship, they want to be friends first. So they'll be friends with you, and then they'll get into a deeper relationship, or they'll want a deeper connection with you. They'll do things that you necessarily won't expect. You can't be clingy with Aquarius and Venus because they have shit to do and they want you to have your own life. They are creative, so you're never going to get bored in a relationship. The more space you give the sign, the better. Aquarius is a humanitarian. They like to help community, charities, and they have that sense of fulfillment with it, and that's their love. So it's not just strictly a relationship. they find love in that part as well. And they can be, you know, influential. People look up to Venus and Aquarius. They treat everybody how they're supposed to be treated. Next we have Pisces Venus. I know what you guys are thinking. I think they're already in love with me. Maybe right. But I want to save you because it makes them feel good. You're like suffering in some way. Or if you're lost, like a lost puppy, they're gonna put a leash on you and then take you away. They're gonna be there for you through the bad, and through the bad, and through the bad. Honestly, don't care like what you look like, your status, whatever, who you are, who you're friends with, if you've done bad things or whatever. They want you. They're moody, so one day they are this character, and then the next day they're a completely different character. Pisces is changeable. They don't, you know, they don't get themselves sometimes. Remember that they are in this dream world. They're living in a bubble. Pisces live in a bubble. So with love, they do care about you. They do want to show you affection, but sometimes they're so stuck in a fantasy world that reality is oblivious to them. Pisces can be dark just like a Scorpio, but their darkness is rooted because they can feel your emotion towards them. So if you're not being truthful and contacting them every day and letting them know that you're thinking about them, they might pull away and they might not think you're just as sincere as they thought you were. Usually their eyes are dreamy and they're always looking towards something that's not even there. Be careful like hurting them or like saying something that's too honest or too direct. When you say something and you have words coming out of your mouth, there's emotion behind it, and Pisces is an emotional sign and they're almost an emotional psychic, so they're gonna feel what you're saying. Again, back to the genuine aspect of it, you just have to be completely, you know, open about it. And that's it. That's it for Venus sign. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun talking about these. Love is something that we all enjoy or we all struggle with. If you don't know what your Venus sign is, I'm gonna link an app in the description box below where you guys can download it, and then you can just fill in your information, your location of birth, time of birth, and date of birth, and the app will figure it out all for you. If you do know your chart, let me know. I'd be so interested, and I'm sure other people would be interested too. You might have like a soul twin out there. As always, I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. It's a little, you know, welcome to our world. It's a little weird, but it's informational, it's creative, and I definitely know, I'm fast forwarding into the future, that I spent so much time editing this video because I enjoy it. I enjoy editing videos and its whole process of creativity. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, a good day, wherever you are in the world, and be kind to one another, just like Ellen always says in my Aquarius. I'm doing some weird shit. Okay. Bye! I was having nail problems during this video, and I just had to. So I'm stopping right now. Get in there. Get in there like swimwear. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Love as deep as the ocean. Are you my ocean? Love shit. Edges. Well, am I kidding? What edges? Put on the essential oils to calm my shit down because I'm about to fucking flip. Oh, that's cold. rabbit.